Top 10 Best Netflix Original Movies. You want to cry? Netflix. You want to fall in love? Netflix. You want to feel terror? Netflix. A special platform of movies and series especially for you and me. Lights, camera, and action. Number 10. Paddleton. This is the story of two friendly neighbors named Alex and Michael. They spend the evenings together watching martial arts movies, eating pizza, and having fun with the game that they invented called Paddleton. But their lives change when one of them is diagnosed with terminal cancer.
So my statement is, what Michael has is incurable.
While this news moved Andy, in Michael's case, this news made him to take the drastic decision to end his life through a medicine.
But I don't want to do it alone, and I was hoping you would help me out.
That's why they go together on a road trip. From there you can see how Alex Lemmon, the director, balances the plot perfectly between joy and misery, introducing a tragic story with a sentimental and totally convincing description about male friendship, giving you tension and agony in the last minutes of the movie. It also includes a shocking scene.
I'm the dying guy! I'm the other guy!
Number 9. On Body and Soul. Now you'll enjoy a Hungarian film which I consider a whole cinematic and mystical poetry that tells you about the concept of life from a deeper perspective. The story focuses on two co-workers known as
Endre vagyok, a gazdasági igazgató.
And
Rácz Mária, minőségellenőr.
They don't share any relationship until they discover by an occupational psychologist that they both have the same dream.
Mondja el, hogy mit álmodott ma.
Azt álmodtam, hogy szarvas vagyok.
Maga állat volt az álmában, ha jól értem. Igen. Milyen állat, megmondanád? Szarvas.
That confession caused them to join together, forming a romantic, eccentric, and strange relationship. Ildiko Enyidi, film director, gives it magic with her 100% real scenes, where you feel, in the front row, the previous and subsequent memories of the slaughter of a cow in the slaughterhouse, the workplace of the main characters, besides the recreation of freedom to see the deers run through the forest. Without a doubt, I recommend On Body and Soul, a film that tells you about the difficulty of making connections in a cruel and industrialized modern world. Number 8. Gerald's Game. An incredible film based on the homonymous novel by Stephen King under the direction of Mike Flanagan. Gerald's Game tells you about a married couple who go to a cottage to relive their dying marriage.
This is gonna be good for us, Jess, really good.
It's at this time that Gerald, the husband, has the great idea to handcuff Jessie, who is his wife, to give emotion to the relationship. However, during an argument, Gerald suffers a heart attack, dying instantly and leaving Jessie in a problematic situation. From one moment to another, the situation becomes much more distressing since you see Jessie go through a survival odyssey with various threads of panic, rage, and hallucinations. In this way, Flanagan transforms the stage into a psychological thriller, highlighting the acting of Carla Gugino, who shows her anguish because of survival and above all what she had lived until that terrible moment.
He put you in those handcuffs way before Gerald did.
Being her past the main reason for her heartbreaking situation. Number 7. Beasts of No Nation. Grim, brutal, and heartbreaking. That's how Netflix's first original film is defined. A movie inspired by Uzodinma Iweala's eponymous novel under the direction of Cary Fukunaga, who carefully includes horror, balancing the visual impact with dramatic underestimation. The main character, Agu, is described as
I am a good boy from a good family.
A small African child who loses his family when his village is invaded and forced to join a group of guerrilla soldiers led by a commander.
I saved your life. I saved your life. I saved your life. Go!
That only took care of sinking him further. What is more, you can see the terror through the child's eyes, and despite his fidelity to the commander,
I'm a good follower, sir.
The protagonists are still children who play and feel. Beasts of No Nation is a film accompanied by Abraham Atta's masterful performances, such as Agu and Idris Elba both demonstrated the main feeling of hopelessness and disturbance. Number 6. The Meyerowitz Stories, New and Selected. There was a time that movies with Adam Sandler were not good at all.
He's right.
But it was thanks to Noah Baumbach, an amazing director, that Adam had a new opportunity to dazzle you like in the old days. This story tells you about a sculptor father, played by Dustin Hoffman, who has 3 children, but ignores 2 of them for focusing only on Matthew, played by Ben Stiller.
He spoke about you a lot. He was very proud of you. I didn't realize he had 2 sons.
And a daughter.
He never worried about them! So Danny, one of the sons played by Adam Sandler, was underestimated and neglected alongside his sister Jean, who was played by Elizabeth Marvel.
Danny definitely got and Jean didn't even get but I got your focus. And that went a whole other way.
Simply captivating. Number 5. Private Life. Private Life is categorized as one of the best-kept secrets of independent film in North America.
She's magnificent.
Yes, it is. This dazzling work by director Tamara Jenkins recounts the vicissitudes and existential anguishes of a couple who cannot have children naturally, so they decide to do it through an egg donor.
My God, look, we are doing everything we can, short of kidnapping, to start a family. I do not know why this is so off limits.
Well, it's easy for you to say. You'll have your genetic contribution, and me, I'm just...
The performances of Paul Giamatti and Kathryn Hahn are the best because they show you how to live with the moral dilemmas and intimate contradictions of a marriage during the long process for assisted fertilization or adoption.
They're like fertility junkies.
Tragic comedy 100% recommended. Number 4. Tramps. It's an interesting story about 2 young people who live in New York City and are hired separately to do a murky job.
You the guy?
Yeah, I'm the girl.
At the beginning, everything seems simple since they only had to deliver a suitcase to the right person. However, things get messy when Danny, played by Callum Turner, is wrong.
You're not gonna help me? I just gave the briefcase to the wrong woman.
It's at that moment that Elle, played by Grace Van Patten, along with Danny, do everything possible to get the suitcase back, showing you a fun, romantic, and exciting story.
So what about you? You got a roommate, girlfriend?
Well, I was seeing this girl in my building last year.
Oh, really? With that little hair thing above your lip?
Here you see an impeccable control of Adam Leon, who has known to hypnotize the public with a captivating dialogue. Number 3. Okja. Netflix invested millions of dollars in the great project of director Bong Joon-Ho, who wanted to give a message about the cruelty of animal slaughter in corporations. It's about a company called Mirando that distributed some super pigs to 26 farmers from 26 countries so that they are raised and turned into food to combat malnutrition. But no one imagined that a Korean farmer's granddaughter would be fond of one, calling it Okja. An incredible story with which you'll follow an amazing journey in the style of director Miyazaki. Moreover, it's accompanied by scathing satire, showing you a gloomy tale in the best style of the Grimm brothers, where there are smiles and spilled blood. Along the way, this young woman meets a group of environmental activists who will help her end the corporation's atrocities.
If our mission succeeds, we'll be able to shut down Mirando's Super Pig project completely. And we'll be saving millions of super pigs like Okja from death.
Okja is an amazing story with great actors like Tilda Swinton, Jake Gyllenhaal, Paul Dano, Lily Collins, among others. Number 2. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. This top wouldn't be complete without the Coen brothers.
People are so easily distracted. So I'm the distractor with a little story.
And you assume very well. For this reason, the Coen brothers crossed their mind to narrate 6 impressive independent stories, all made in the old American West with variations of the Western genre. It begins with...
Maybe some of y'all have heard of him. Buster Scruggs, known to some as the San Saba Songbird.
A renowned shooter who tells his feat, followed by 5 different and dazzling stories more. A sublime film that has captivated Oscar critics in 2019, being nominated in 3 categories. Unfortunately, this one couldn't win any of them. However, it was able to win over the public and be considered one of the best films of this generation. Number 1. Roma. The best filmmakers know how to guide your gaze subtly to the important and keep it there, understanding the depth of their works. It's just what Alfonso Cuarón conveys with Rome, a film that lives up to the notion of time and space. It's called Rome for being the name of the neighborhood in Mexico City where he lived. But the one who took the honors was Yalitza Aparicio, who played Cleo, a young maid who left a mark on the heart of millions of people in the world, being nominated at the Oscar for Best Actress. Roma is an amazing movie that was shot in black and white with a unique depth. It's a work of art that didn't go unnoticed at the Oscars, since it was nominated in 10 categories and was awarded an Oscar for Best Director, Best Cinematography, and Best Foreign Language Film. Rome has proven that there aren't boundaries in the film world. Now that you know Netflix's masterpieces, tell me, which one do you want to watch? If you love the video, like it, subscribe, and activate the bell for more content. Don't go yet! I have more videos for you, like this one, this other one, and this other one too. Click it and enjoy it.